If you want a lazy way of making money online, this method allowed me to go from a negative bank account just a couple months ago to now fast forward living into Bangkok, Thailand, all using my cell phone right here. Now, what if I told you there's a way you can make 5% of the earnings from course selling gurus who are making $100,000 or more a month just from their course? And it can be done all from your smartphone. You don't have to create or even own the product that you're actually selling. You don't have to worry about fulfillment, and you also don't even have to film a video or even talk to anybody to do this. All you have to do is type on your smartphone. Now, how this actually works is these big guru course sellers, they're getting hundreds of Instagram DMs, if not thousands, every single day. And most of these people, they're looking for either help on whatever that business model is, or they might just be straight up looking to buy the course in general. But these gurus, they don't have time to respond to hundreds of different people in the DMs every single day. So that's where we actually come in. And they're willing to pay 5% to even 9% per deal that closes. And you can be getting hundreds of dollars in commissions for these offers, for these courses. And they're typically selling from $3,000 to $10,000 per course. All you have to do is qualify the leads, set the appointments, and you're going to get paid for every single appointment that closes for you. Now, it's called DM setting. And after going fully broke from insurance, from breaking even and spending all my money on leads and having a negative bank account just a couple months ago, I knew that I had to do something else. I knew how I had to figure it out, but I also knew I was too far in and I wasn't going to go back to a 9 to 5 job. There was no other option for me. So I knew I had to figure it out. And that's where I did find DM setting. And here I am now. Just last week, I was able to go to Vietnam and then move to Thailand. And I'm able to wake up whenever I want. And just from one singular offer, I'm able to make $5,000 a month. And now I'm closing for that offer and about to be making $10,000 a month. And actually getting into DM setting and getting a role for these gurus is actually super simple. There's no experience needed. All you have to do is create a personalized high energy Loom video for these influencers. And then from there, you just have to send it to their Instagram. Now, if you do have any sort of sales experience in general, use it to your advantage because they will like that. But if you don't have experience, there's no worries whatsoever. Just find a strong why on why you're actually doing this and tell them how bad you want it and how you're going to do everything there to win in this video. Now, here's the thing. You need to have the right mindset coming into this because that's how they're going to teach. That's how they're going to actually take you serious. Now, people who are hiring these DM setters, here's what they actually care about more. They care about your hunger. They care about your work ethic, your mindset, and they care about that much more than your actual experience because it's really a simple concept. It's not hard to do. So they just want to make sure that you're actually going to do it and you're going to be a part of the team. Now, of course, once you get them through the Loom video on their Instagram or even their email, then from there, you're going to want to hop on a call with them. And then you're going to need to ask them questions. Besides them interviewing you, you want to interview them because you want to make sure that they have the right offer for you to make enough money. Now, you want to first off know how much is their offer making per month because you're going to be getting 5% of deals that they close. So even if you're a good setter, if there's just not enough lead flow or they're just not making enough because maybe their closer sucks, whatever it is, then it might not be a good fit and you might want to go on to the next one or double stack. Now, you want to make sure you know the cost of the product because if it's too low ticket, your commission might be too low, but you also want to know how much commission per deal because there is some people that might give you a lower commission or they might even give you a higher commission. So you want to do the math up in your head to see what actually makes sense. And then, of course, you want to know how much lead flow is coming in because if there's no leads or if there's not enough leads, then it's going to be pretty hard to actually make money. Now, from there on, when you get hiring, they're typically going to give you a script. They're typically going to basically train you, but it's really not hard for you to figure out from there. At the end of the day, you're just asking these people questions, qualifying them, building a little bit of pain, making sure you understand baseline of their situation if they're even a good fit to go on the call because you want to make sure, of course, they can afford it. From there, you just wait on the closer and then you get that 5% commission once the deal is closed. And of course, on Instagram, you can even do cold outreach as well. I make probably over 50% of my money just from doing cold outreach on top of the inbound. Because even if they have a big following, even if the outreach is cold, there's still an authority figure in that space. So as far as it does go, you can still get a lot of people's attention and turn a cold lead into a warm lead onto the DMs. And then by the time it gets onto the call, it's warm and ready for the closer. Now, typically when you are looking for these offers from these gurus, I would typically stick to trading, crypto, drop shipping, any sort of agency model, and anything like that, maybe even a content course.